So what's important is that you should have a straight line from your elbow to your horse's mouth and a little bend in your elbows. A lot of beginner riders have the tendency to do this, where they either lift their hands way too high. That's bad, because if your hands are too high, then it raises your whole center of gravity and you're more likely to fall off, which we don't want. Hello, in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 of the most common beginner rider mistakes that I see. So this video is good for you if you're just starting out riding, or also if you've been riding for a while, but you need some important reminders about why we do things the way we do. And when you first get on your horse, or when you're first learning to ride, the number one thing is always that you get in the correct position. We always start with rider position, because rider position is what allows you to stay balanced and to move with a horse so that you don't fall off. Also, if you're interested, check out the description box. I have a rider position blueprint course where I teach you step by step what to do with each part of your body so that you can feel confident and in balance in the saddle. Okay, so the number one mistake I see, and this is so common, is whenever people haven't ridden before, they hold the reins like this. And I don't know why that is, but whenever someone first gets on a horse, they always have a tendency to grab the reins underhand like this. So this is incorrect, because it makes it really difficult to communicate with your horse. So it's like super awkward if you need to steer your horse or do anything with your reins and your hands are turned like this. So this is incorrect. The correct way to hold your reins is that you want the rein to be going from the bottom to the top of your hand. So imagine like you're holding 2 little cups of lemonade or whatever drink you'd like to hold. And then the rein should go between your pinky finger and your ring finger. So you want the rein to go here, because this is the most sensitive part of your hand, so that then you can be suppling your horse. So your rein goes from the bottom to the top of your hand. And then to keep the rein length, you want to be pushing down between your thumb and your pointer finger. So that's how you keep the reins from slipping out of your hands. So that's step number 1. Now, the second common mistake that I see with riders goes to the stirrup. So we kind of are starting with your hands and your feet. And what's really important when you position your stirrups is that you don't want to do this. So this is kind of what I see most common, is that the stirrup is on the arch of your foot and your heels are up. So that's incorrect. The correct stirrup positioning is that you want the stirrup to be across the ball of your foot and you want your heel to be down. As far as stirrup length, if you take your foot out of the stirrup should hang even with your ankle bone. So that is the correct positioning of your foot on the stirrup, is that you want your heel just a couple inches lower than your toe. Okay, so we've got our hands and we've got our feet. Now the third thing is to sit back. And for some reason, most all beginner riders have a tendency to lean forward. I think a lot of it has to do with when you're first learning to ride, you're probably a little nervous and scared, because riding a big animal that's a flight animal can be really scary. So make sure to take a few deep breaths, sit back, and make sure that you have your ear, shoulder, hip, and heel alignment. That's super important that you maintain that alignment so that you can stay in balance with your horse. Okay, so the fourth thing is to get your hands in the correct position. So what's important is that you should have a straight line from your elbow to your horse's mouth and a little bend in your elbows. A lot of beginner riders have the tendency to do this, where they either lift their hands way too high. That's bad, because if your hands are too high, then it raises your whole center of gravity and you're more likely to fall off, which we don't want. Or they tend to lock out their arms and ride with a stiff, straight arm. So have a bend in your elbows, sit up nice and tall, keep your arms soft and supple. And then the last and biggest thing that I see with beginner riders is they have a tendency to lean like this in their turns and to take both reins across their horse's neck. So in order to turn your horse, it's really important that you imagine a string pulling your head up to the sky. And then what you want to do to turn your horse is that you're just going to open the inside rein, open the door on the inside, and then you're going to close your outside rein and your outside leg in order to turn your horse. So those are just 5 quick tips. Like I said, if you want more help getting in the correct position, check out my rider position blueprint program. You're bouncing in the saddle. You're gripping to stay on. You're holding your breath. You can feel the tension in your body, and so can your horse. How is it that those top riders make it look so effortless and so easy? If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Amelia, and I train thousands of riders just like you all around the globe through my online training programs. I'm a Grand Prix rider, but I also love training riders of all levels and disciplines. Your rider position is the #1 thing holding you back. But the problem is that a lot of people focus on the wrong things, like your hands. You actually want to start by focusing on your alignment and your seat, and often your hand problems will resolve themselves. I've designed the rider position blueprints to give you all the tools that you need to see big changes in your rider position in just 10 weeks. Here's how it works. Step 1 is the rider position analysis. This is where you will identify and prioritize exactly what you need to focus on your rider position. Step 2 is the rider position framework. This is where you will learn step by step what to do with every single part of your body when you're riding, through pre-recorded video exercises and live trainings. Step 3, my favorite part, is the rider fitness blueprint. This is where you will learn specific exercises to mimic your rider position, strengthen your riding muscles, and fix your bad habits out of the saddle. Step 4 is rider position coaching, where you can get individual feedback on your riding videos. Film yourself riding, submit your video, and my team and I will give you individual feedback. Step 5 is the effective rider playbook. So once you've found the correct position, this is where you're going to learn how to give your horse clear and effective aids. So whether you're just starting out or you're already competing, the rider position blueprint has everything that you need to guarantee your success. And I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that you enjoy riding, because it's really fun once you start to feel in balance and a connection with your horse, but it does take some time to figure it out and to not fall off. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. I post a new video every single Wednesday.